This, what is this? Oh, so you can hear me?
वैष्णव के चरण कमलों में मेरा यथार्थ दंडवत प्रणाम स्वीकार करूं। बहुत आनंद रस की बात है, हम लोग साक्षात।
So we are very happy that we are sitting directly under the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev and Shri Gaur Nityanand and Shri Shri Radha Govind Dev Ji and Ram Darbar. So we are sitting directly under their lotus feet. Maharaj is saying that he is speaking to words. Bhagwan, all the pastimes of Bhagwan, the best, the topmost lila is human-like pastimes. Human-like pastimes. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Swayam Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is writing, so Maharaj is reciting very beautiful verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Swayam Mahaprabhu Ji himself told Shri Sanatan Goswami, "Hey Sanatan, please listen, ठीक से, please listen carefully." If we don't listen carefully, then we will not understand. So we should listen very carefully, very attentively. And what should we listen? What Mahaprabhu Ji is saying? Hey Sanatan, listen. Brajendra Nandan Shyam Sundar Krishna. Who is he? He is Advai Gyan Partatva. He is only one. He is one. But then he is taking many forms. He is manifesting himself into many forms. In Vaikuntha, he is manifesting as a Narayan. Shankh Chakra Gada Padam, four-handed form. He is in Ayodhya, same Krishna, he is in the form of Shri Ram. So like we have Ram Darbar here, Maryada Purushottam ki Chandra ki Jai. Can I move my face this? I don't want to put my feet. So Maryada Purushottam means following the rules and regulations of society, living in a society, following some rules and regulations. That is called Maryada Purushottam. So Raghukul, this is the tradition of a Raghukul dynasty, that either they follow whatever they say, they promise whatever they do, they always fulfill that promise. This is the tradition of Raghukul dynasty, where Lord Ram is born. But they can give up their life, but they will not break their promise. This is the tradition of Raghukul dynasty. This is so this whole dynasty, starting from the king Ikshvaku, coming from there, it's coming till Lord Ram, Dashrath Maharaj and Bhagavan Ramacandra. He established these rules and regulations, this maryada in this world. So Bhagavan Ramacandra established this
एक
maryada,
राजा कैसे होनी चाहिए
how a king should be.
यही दिखाया।
He showed with his own behavior
राजा कैसे होते हैं?
how the king should be. Raja should be like a renounced person,
सन्यासी क्या होता है?
like renounced person, sannyasi.
अपने सारे माया मोह के त्याग दिए।
He has given up all his material attachments.
क्या बोल रहा है?
That's what sannyasi means.
माया
Means
मोह के त्याग दिए।
completely give up
ये मेरा
the
है,
material
तुम्हारा नहीं।
attachments. This is not me, this is not mine.
सन्यास शब्द के साधारण अर्थ क्या है?
Sannyas, the word sannyas means
न्यास।
very nicely
न्यास मतलब त्याग।
give up everything,
किसी की माया मोह नहीं रहता।
and there is no attachment with anybody, and very hard
उसी प्रकार भगवान
austerity.
रामचंद्र ने एक आदर्श
So Bhagavan Ramacandra established
राजा की
this ideal as a king.
अपने सारे सुख
So he gave up all his comforts
सब त्याग दिए।
and he gave up to as a king. So he showed this
समाज धर्म
behavior,
लोक धर्म
showed this lifestyle of a king.
गृह धर्म
And
कैसे
as a household life,
माता पिता भाई
he
बहन,
showed
पुत्र परिवार
how
सब
should
कैसे
be
व्यवहार
mother,
होना चाहिए।
father, brother, sister, how should they behave with each other,
जरूरत होते पत्नी को भी
and
त्याग दिए।
even
यहाँ तक भी
give up his own
भाई
wife.
को भी
He gave up his brother
त्याग दिए। कौन कौन भाई? लक्ष्मण जैसे भाई।
Lakshman. He just like Lord Ram, he gave up Lakshman also,
लक्ष्मण जैसे भगवान रामचंद्र की सेवा की।
and he gave up Sita Devi also.
कनिष्ठ सेवा। हैं? 14 साल वन में रहे।
14 years he was in
14 साल
exile.
तक
He was in
सोई
forest, and Lakshman, even though
हैं?
he was in forest
14
for
साल तक
14
उन्हें
years, he
भोजन
did
तक
not
नहीं
sleep, he did not eat,
हैं? और 14 साल तक स्त्री मुख
and he did not see the face of a woman for 14 years.
हैं? देखो
That
और सदा
that's how
सर्वदा
Lakshman was, and always serving.
शूर्पणखा क्या? शूर्पणखा का दर्शन किया? नहीं, ठीक से रामायण पढ़ने से पता लगता है। शूर्पणखा के दर्शन नहीं किए।
He never seen Shurpanakha by from the face.
ऐसा नहीं, थोड़ा बहुत इस प्रसंग जो आप बोल रहे हैं मैं थोड़ा बोलता रहता हूँ। हैं? ये रामचंद्र की इंगित होने के साथ ही साथ
So
लक्ष्मण ने क्या की? शूर्पणखा के नाक और कान काट दिए। नाक तो
Lakshman-
इधर होता है, कान तो इधर होता है। तो काटा कैसे?
Lakshman cut the nose and the ears of
उनके
Shurpanakha.
पास जो अलौकिक जो अस्त्र है,
So because of very powerful divine
जिसे आप
weapon,
जो देख रहे हैं, जो चित्रपट में देख रहे हैं, एक से
So-
तलवार लेकर के ऐसे काट दिया।
so in
अरे उनके पिता दशरथ
in
महाराज
movies we usually see
सप्तवेदी
that he
बाण
cut
चलाते थे।
cut like straight,
सप्तवेदी बाण
but
चलाते थे।
he was very expert.
जिस कथा
He had this divine weapon.
आगे की कथा है, श्रवण कुमार की कथा। तो
So
लक्ष्मण के
his
पास ऐसी कोई
Dashrath,
विद्या नहीं था।
his father
वो दिन
Dashrath
करने के साथ ही
used to
जरूरत नहीं,
use Shabdvedi
देखने की
Ban,
भी जरूरत नहीं
and Lakshman
है।
was also like that. He did not have to see her face. He had this divine weapon that he could easily, without seeing the face, he could cut her nose and ears. So when Bhagavan Ramacandra
विजय प्राप्त करके सीता के
he defeated Ravan and he came back to Ayodhya, so in that assembly,
बात पूछने लगे।
so this
ऋषि लोग
discussion happened.
कहने लगे,
Rishi, all the rishis, the sages
अच्छा बताओ
were saying,
वो लंका में कौन कौन
uh,
कौन
oh,
और कौन कौन
tell-
मिल के किसने
tell who killed who in the fighting. Who killed who?
रामचंद्र ने
So-
रावण को करके मारा।
So Ramchandra
ऐसे
killed
करके
Ravana.
सबने अपने अपने दिए।
So in this
तो
way
अंत में
everyone
ऋषि
told
लोग कहने लगे,
who killed who.
इंद्रजित को किसने मारा?
So then the sages asked, who killed Indrajit,
तब
Meghnad?
लक्ष्मण ने कहा, मैंने मारा।
Then Lakshman said, I killed him.
तो ऋषि लोग त्रिकालज्ञ ऋषि लोग
So
कहने
all
लगे,
these rishis, sages,
इंद्रजित कि कोई नहीं मार सकते।
no one could have killed Indrajit, Meghnad.
क्योंकि इंद्रजीत के
Indrajit,
मर
because
सकते हैं
Indrajit ko
जो 14 साल
only
तक एक आदमी
only
नहीं
a
कितने
person
साल
who did not
14
sleep
साल 14 इयर्स
for 14
जिन्होंने नारी
years
मुख दर्शन नहीं करे
and never
हम केवल
seen the
एक
face
दिन
of a
आज देखने
woman
का
for
अवकाश
14
देखिए
years. Only that person could kill
14 years
Meghnad,
नारी मुख दर्शन
Indrajit. Narimukh means the face of a woman.
और
So
14
Lakshman
साल जो
ji, 14 years,
भोजन नहीं करेंगे
he did not eat anything
और
for 14
तीसरी 14
years.
साल तक
Sleep.
सोए नहीं
The person who did not sleep for 14 years. And person
वो
who did
इंद्रजीत
not
के वध कर सकते
eat for 14 years. And the person who did not see the face of a woman for 14 years. Only that person could kill
लक्ष्मण के
Meghnad,
बताओ
Indrajit. And that was Lakshman.
क्या 14 साल तुमने सोए नहीं
So the sages were
और
asking,
लक्ष्मण करने
oh, so you did not sleep for 14 years? Then Lakshman said, yes, I did not sleep for 14 years. The day we left Ayodhya and went to the forest, I never slept from that day on.
जब आप दोनों
And when you, Ram and Sita, used to take rest, I used to guard them.
और उस समय
I
मैं
used to
पहाड़
guard.
में
Watchman.
वॉचमैन तीर धनुष लेकर के मैं
So I was guarding them by taking my bow and arrow in the forest. Because in the forest there are many asuras, demons, people live. So I used to guard them, Ram and Sita, all night, all day night.
अच्छी में तो बताओ
And then that's why I never slept for 14 years.
इसको कैसे बड़ा सुर्पनखा
So,
जैसे आपने प्रश्न
so he said,
ये भी कृष्ण राम
then the sages asked, oh, how did you kill the nose and ears of Shurpanakha without seeing her face?
भैया
So Lakshman said,
मैं आपके इंगित होने के साथ ही साथ मेरे पास जो दिव्य अस्त्र
so he
था,
said, I had a weapon, divine weapon.
दिव्य अस्त्र,
I
दिव्य अस्त्र के
and
द्वारा
then
ही
I cut her nose and ears with that divine weapon without seeing her face.
मुख दर्शन के
I did not need to, I didn't need to see her face.
सीताहरण के पश्चात जब
So
आपने
after
कहा,
Sita was
देखो,
kidnapped,
ये सीता देवी के चरण के नुपुर
then
पड़ा हुआ है।
there was some jewelry that Sita ji threw when she was being kidnapped by Ravan. So they found that jewelry,
बचाओ बचाओ
and then
तो उस
at
समय
that
सीता
time,
देवी ने अपने सारे
Sita
हीरे,
Devi,
अलंकार के जो है
when Ravan was taking her away, she threw her jewelry on the ground,
उस समय
and they found this jewelry.
ये भैया याद है
And then Ramchandra showed this jewelry to Lakshman, and he said, oh, do you recognize the jewelry of Sita?
किंतु जब
And
जब ने आपने कहा
so I could recognize what was in her lotus feet, but when he showed that some jewelry of her head, Lakshmanji said, I don't know, because I never seen her face. So I always looking at her lotus feet, but I never did darshan of her face. So I am not able to recognize the head jewelry.
हार कैसे रहे
So then he said, okay, how could you live 14 years without eat? Then Lakshmanji said,
तो उस समय लक्ष्मण कहने लगे
Lakshman ji
भैया
said,
याद है, हर रोज जंगल से मैं
so I used to bring fruits,
जंगल के जो फल जो है फल मूल जो कुछ कंदमूल मिलता था
fruits from the forest and collect from the forest, and I give it to you. I offer to you, and you
उसके तीन
must make 3 parts, three plates of those fruits.
दोने मिलता है
Yeah,
उसमें
3 bowls, like leaf, 3 leaves. And then one Sita, he gave one to Sita Devi, and then one he took himself, and then one he gave
वो कहते थे
to me.
आपने ये कहते थे
Lakshman, you take it. You take it.
क्या करो धरो माने पकड़ो
Oh, he used to say, Lakshman, hold this. But he never said, Lakshman, you eat.
आप आदेश नहीं दिया
He always said, you take it, but he never said, you eat. So he never ordered me to eat.
जब तक आपने आदेश
And
नहीं
that's
दिया
why
तब तक
I
हम
never
भोजन
ate.
हमने भोजन नहीं किया आपने कभी नहीं कहा
You never
लक्ष्मण
said,
इसको
oh Lakshman, you eat. Oh my gosh.
हैं? सीता देवी ने आपने कहा सीते तुमसे भोजन करो
So to Sita Devi he said, you'd eat.
किंतु हमें तो देते थे
But to me, you always gave it to me, but you never ordered me that I can eat.
कई रामायण में भी
So I
ऐसे
never
लिखा है।
ate.
तो रामचंद्र ने अच्छा वो फल कहाँ रखा है
So then in Ramayana it is somewhere it is said, where are those fruits then? If you did not eat, where are they gone?
लेकर के आया।
So
देखो
what Maharaj?
लक्ष्मण ने कहा हनुमान तुम सारे फल लेकर के आओ
So Lakshman ji said, yes, they are still there. And then Hanuman ji, he sent Hanuman right away, bring all those fruits. And Hanuman ji went there.
8 दिन की फल कम हो गए 8 दिन के
Hanuman ji went and then brought all those fruits
8 दिन तुमने खाया
in Ayodhya. But there were 8 days less
8 दिन मैंने फल भोजन नहीं किया
in 14
और वो
years.
8
Then
दिन
he
हम
said,
मतलब
what are those 8 days?
संग्रह नहीं किया
And then he
आपने
said, those
खाया,
8 days
मुझे
I did not collect.
कौन-कौन दी
I did not bring. So what are those 8 days?
अरे भैया
And then Lakshman ji said,
जिस दिन मेरे पिता दशरथ महाराज
so the day when we heard the news that Dashrath, their father,
उस दिन
has
हम लोग
gone.
पिताजी के वियोग में
So in that separation of our father, we were crying and we did not eat that day.
स्पष्टीकरण कर दिया
So he's explaining those 8 days that were less in 14 years. So the one day was when King Dashrath died.
समाचार मिले जब
So with that day we did not eat.
उस दिन पितृ
So we did not collect anything that day and we were crying and we never ate anything.
उस दिन हम लोग नहीं भोजन नहीं किया
So that day
जंगल से
neither you nor me,
हो गया
we did not eat.
कितने दिन रह गया
7. So now 7 days.
भैया
So
जिस दिन
the day
सीता हरण
Sita was kidnapped, that day also we did not eat anything.
दंडकारण भोजन नहीं किया है उस समय आप भी रोने लगे
Because you were also crying and I was also crying. So we did not eat that day.
और एक दिन बाद जिस दिन
And the day, third one is,
मैं क्रम से नहीं बता रहा हूँ इसमें क्रम की एक बात है जिस दिन इंद्रजीत ने
this दिन the day Indrajit, Meghnad made him unconscious.
के जब
Lakshman was, the day Indrajit bound them in the snake, the Nagpash. They were bound by snake. So that day we did not eat. And then the fourth day, then Indrajit made Lakshmanji unconscious. That day also. So 4 days.
और कौन सा दिन था
4 days are gone.
4 डेज हो गया और 4 डेज रह गया याद करना पड़ेगा ये सब रामायण में सब लिखा है
So there are 4 more days.
क्या जी ये विशेष करके बंगला रामायण में मिलता है कीर्तिवासी रामायण में है इसमें
These are,
7 दिन के
this all,
क्या जी
when they were crossing the bridge, there was no phal mool.
आराम से तो भजन हो सकता है उसमें लिखा है एक करके लिखा है मुझे याद करना है हाँ जिस दिन वो अग्नि परीक्षा हुई
The day Sita ji was tested by fire,
उस दिन भी
that day also.
एक ही दिन को मैंने याद करना पड़ेगा ना सर है उस दिन भी नहीं है हम सब उपवास है तो इसी प्रकार दिखा
So in this way,
ऐसे रामचंद्र की सेवा करने भगवान
in this way,
की
Lakshman ji was serving Lord Ram. So Lakshman ji is the topmost servant, Sevak of Lord Ram. Even though Hanuman is considered the best, but Lakshman ji is even more higher than Hanuman ji. Because 14 years he did not sleep, not eat. So even though he was not punished to go to forest, he was not supposed to, but still he went to the forest to serve Lord Ram. Even though he didn't have to go, but he went. Sita Devi also went to follow her chastity, but there was no need for Lakshman to go. But Lakshman cannot live without his Lord. So this is the dharma of a sevak, servant, that they cannot live without their Lord, to serve without service. So now Bhagavan Ram, he came, he appeared in this world, and then when he decided to go back to Ayodhya, so the time came and talked to Ramchandra. Hey Prabhu, I want to talk to you at a lonely place, solitary place. So I want to talk to you. The personification of time, Kal Purush, he came, and then he said, I want to talk. He said to Lord Ram, I want to talk to you in a very solitary place so that no one can see us. So, and this is very confidential talk. I have to talk to you. Please, but see, at this. So if someone has seen me, and if someone has seen me talking with you, you have to punish as a death punishment. If someone sees us while we were talking, then you have to punish that person death punishment. You have to kill them. So Ramchandra said, okay, no problem. So they were talking very Ramchandra ji and this Kal Purush, they both were sitting and they were talking. And then Lakshman ji, they put Lakshman ji outside the door and then told Lakshman, oh Lakshman, you be here, and so that nobody can enter the room. So Lakshman was standing outside and watching, and then at that time, very maha angry and very great yogi Durvasa ji came. And Durvasa ji said, Lakshman, I want to, at this night, right now, at this moment, I want to meet Lord Ram. So go and tell him that I want to meet him right now. And then Lakshman ji folded hands. He said, oh Rishivar, please forgive me. Please forgive me. I cannot do that. And then Durvasa ji said, there is no word for forgiveness in my dictionary. You go and tell right now that I want to meet him. महाराज जी ड्रामा बहुत बढ़िया कर रहे हैं. And then Durvasa ji said, hey, what are you? Hey, go right now. Right at this moment, you go and tell Ramchandra and give my news, give my message to him. And Lakshman ji said very politely, hey Prabhu. So Lord Ramchandra is talking with someone very special confidential talk. No one is allowed to go Then Durvasaji said, "No, you go now.
सारे अयोध्यापुरी के मैं
Otherwise, I
ध्वंस
will
कर देता हूं।
I will destroy the whole
जाना
Ayodhya
चाहते कि
if you
नहीं?
don't go.
जाओ। समाचार देखो।
Go right now."
देखो
And then
लक्ष्मण मन में
Lakshmanji
विचार
said,
करने लगे,
Lakshmanji is thinking,
क्या करें?
what should I do now?
लक्ष्मण मन में विचार करने लगे,
Lakshmanji is
मैं नहीं
thinking,
जाऊं
what should I know
तो
if
मुझे
I
कुछ
don't
मत
go?
देने।
If I
मेरे
don't
मरना
go,
अच्छा ही है किंतु अयोध्यावासी तो बच जाएंगे।
if I go, at least I will,
इसलिए लक्ष्मण
Lord will
पुनः
kill,
कहने लगे,
give me death punishment, but
हे
my
ऋषिवर,
Ayodhya will be saved.
हे ऋषिवर,
Ayodhya will
क्षमा
be
करो।
saved. And if I don't go, then
जाओ।
whole Ayodhya will be destroyed. So I better go
लक्ष्मण ने
and
किया कि
kill myself. So Lakshmanji went inside
दरवाजा खोला,
and opened the door, and
उस
he
समय
went
भगवान
inside,
रामचंद्र
and Bhagavan Ramacandra,
साक्षात काल के साथ विराजमान
we was
थे।
talking with this
काल
Kal
ने देखा
Purush,
कहने लगे,
and Kal
हे
saw him,
रघुवर,
"Hey Raghuvar,
प्रभु,
Prabhu,
आपने जो मुझे वचन दिया
you promised
वो
me
वचन के निभाइए।
that
हैं?
anyone
क्या वचन
sees
दिया?
us talking, you will give
मैं
them death
आपके साथ
punishment.
वार्तालाप करते
So
करते
now
कोई देख लिया,
you fulfill your promise
उसको क्या करना चाहिए?
because Lakshmanji saw us,
कि अपने
so he
आचरण
should
को
be given this death penalty.
प्राण दंड देना।
You have to.
देखो कितने बड़ा होता है।
You heard this
ऐसे
before?
करके काल अंतर
Oh.
हो।
So after saying this, the Kal Purush left, disappeared. And then Lord Ramchandra said, "Oh Lakshman, what did you do? Why did you open the door and came?" And then
इधर दुर्वासा ऋषि भी चले गए,
and then this Durvasa ji also disappeared. Durvasa ji also
अब
appeared.
भगवान रामचंद्र
So Lord Ramchandra was
बड़ी स्वभाव
बड़े, he called this assembly meeting,
वशिष्ठ जहाँ पर
and
गुरु
Guru
वशिष्ठ ऋषि भी
Vasishtha ji,
विराजमान हुए।
Guru Vasishtha ji came also in that meeting.
हनुमान जी जितने भी
Hanuman ji
परिवार
came and all the associates came. Vibhishan also came in that meeting.
बड़े बड़े सभासद सभा भगवान
So all
रामचंद्र
these associates came,
मैं अपने भाई
and Lord
मेरे प्रिय
Ramchandra
शिष्य
said, "My dear brother, my best servant
मैं
Lakshman,
कैसे वध करूं?
how can I kill him? How can I give him death penalty?"
भगवान रामचंद्र रोते।
Bhagavan Ramchandra
कहते
started
हैं
crying,
भगवान रामचंद्र अपने गुरु वशिष्ठ ऋषि के कहने लगे,
and
हे गुरुवर,
Bhagavan Ramchandra told
मुझे
Guru
क्या करना
Vasishtha,
चाहिए?
"What should I do?"
वशिष्ठ ऋषि ने
And
कहा,
Vasishtha said, "Hey Ram,
तुम्हें नियम का पालन करना
you have to fulfill your promise,
सदा चाहिए।
because this is the tradition of Raghukul dynasty, that whatever promise you make, you have to fulfill.
आपने वचन दिया
This
कि
is otherwise, even if you have to
जिस
give
समय
up
कोई
your
देख
life."
ले, उसको आपको
So
क्या
you
करना पड़ेगा?
promised to Kal Purush that if anyone sees you, then you have to kill. So the whole Ayodhya, residents of Ayodhya, were crying that how
आप बताइए,
how
रामचंद्र
Lakshman
की
ji
अपनी
can be
प्रिय
given death
सेवक भी
penalty.
भाई भी तो है।
He is brother of Lord Ram. He is not only servant, but he is also brother of Lord Ram.
वध करना।
So,
सब अयोध्यापुरी रोने लगे।
जय हो ठाकुर जी की।
सब अयोध्यापुरी रोने लगे, क्या करें?
So everybody, all the residents of Ayodhya started crying,
राय दिया,
and
क्या राय
then
दिया?
everyone advised
लक्ष्मण को
Lord Ram,
वध करना।
so you have to kill Lakshman. You have to punish him.
देखो, सभी को पूछा, अंत में भगवान रामचंद्र
At the end,
हनुमान जी के पूछा।
Bhagavan Ram asked Hanuman ji. Then he asked Hanuman ji.
हम सोचते हनुमान एक बंदर है, हनुमान बंदर नहीं है।
He is a devotee, Mahabhagavat.
हनुमान जी को जब पूछा गया, हनुमान ने एक सुंदर उत्तर
Then
दिया।
Hanuman ji answered, "O Prabhu, please, one thing I want to tell you.
जो मानी व्यक्ति होते हैं ना,
The,
सम्मान्य व्यक्ति,
the people who are respectful people,
थोड़ी सी
if they are disrespected, if you tell any disrespectful word, then it's like a death.
जो माननीय व्यक्ति
So if
होते हैं ना,
anyone who has a lot of respect in the society, and if you disrespect them, then it's like a death." So it's like equal to death.
हनुमान जी उसी प्रकार कहने
So
लगे,
Hanumanji
"हे
said,
प्रभु,
so
आप
you,
लक्ष्मण के वध करके पहले
so
एक
before
सेकंड
you kill
आप लक्ष्मण
Lakshman,
को त्याग दे दीजिए,
so you give up Lakshman, you leave him.
ये
Yeah.
त्याग देना, ये संबंध
So
जो है
if you leave,
अत्यंत जो है
it's
मृत्यु
disrespect.
से भी अधिक है।
So if you leave, if you say Lakshman, I am leaving you,
इस कथा को सुन करके
giving you up, then it's like a death for him.
ऐसे ही करना।
So that's,
भगवान
you can do
रामचंद्र ने क्या
that.
की?
Then Bhagavan Ramji said,
मैं मेरे भाई लक्ष्मण के मैं
then Lord Ram
त्याग
said,
देता हूँ,
I
त्याग
am
देता हूँ, त्याग देता
I am giving up my brother Lakshman. I am giving up. I am giving up. I am
हूँ।
leaving
लक्ष्मण मन
him.
मन विचार करने लगे,
Then Lakshmanji was thinking in his mind,
जो मेरे भाई ने
oh,
त्याग दिया,
my brother has left me.
त्याग
So
देना
what's
मतलब
the
क्या है?
use of living my life?
उनके सामने मैं नहीं जा नहीं सकता,
So
ना
means
उनकी सेवा नहीं कर सकता।
leaving means I cannot go in front of him. I cannot serve him. So then what is my life?
देखो लक्ष्मण जैसे
So there is no my life.
लक्ष्मण की जैसे सेवा जो है
So because Lakshman, the brother like
कोई कर
Lakshman,
सकते हैं?
and the service, no
आप
one
बताइए,
can do.
हैं?
No one can do.
आज मैं हैं? इस संसार में सबसे सेवा कौन सबसे सर्वश्रेष्ठ सेवा कर सकते हैं? आप
So
बताइए।
who can do the
लक्ष्मण का
best
पोती है।
service in this world?
माँ जैसे सेवा करते हैं बेटा के ना, इस संसार में कोई सेवा नहीं
So only
करती।
mother in this world, mother, the way mother serves her children, no one can
थोड़ा
do.
सा इनको कथा सुना देता हूँ।
No one can do.
हैं? एक समय एक
So Maharaj is telling a story.
लड़का जो है
One
अपनी
time,
माँ के पास आकर के कहने लगे, देखो भैया, आज
one
मैंने
boy,
भागवत की कथा सुनकर
one boy came to his mother
भैया ने बोले क्या
and he
सुनकर
told
आए?
his mother, "Oh
ये संत
Maya,
महात्मा ने
today
आकर
I
भागवत
heard
में यह बताया
Srimad Bhagavat, and that Sant, that
जब माँ की गर्भ से
Maharaj
जन्म लेते हैं
said,
उसके 6 प्रकार के ऋण
then
हो जाता है। कितना
there
ऋण
is
होता है? 6
the
प्रकार
day
के
a person is born, there are 6
भागवत में नहीं
debts
है,
on him.
हैं?
So from the birth we have 6 debts on
6
us.
प्रकार के
So those 6 debts are,
मातृ
is like Devrin,
ऋण, राज ऋण,
debt from the demigods, debt from the parents, debt from the king, debt from the society. There are 6 of them.
इस ऋण से मुक्त
So
कैसे हो सकते
how
हैं?
can we be delivered
भागवत में लिखा है,
from these debts?
एक मतलब भगवान मुकुंद के
So
चरण में
only
आश्रय लेने
taking
पर
the shelter of
सारे
Bhagwan
ऋण से
Mukund,
मुक्त हो।
we can be debt
तो
free.
हम लोग बड़ी
That is
तत्पर
the
भगवान
only way you can be debt free. Otherwise, there is no
उस
other way.
प्रसंग में उस संत महात्मा
So,
ने ये बात कहा,
so I heard
देखो
that.
इस संसार की बात का
So
है,
in this
हम
world,
सब प्रकार के ऋण से जिन्हें मुक्त हो सकते हैं, किंतु
we
कोई
can,
मातृ
we
ऋण से
can
मुक्त नहीं
be
हो सकते।
free from all the debts,
कौन सा ऋण?
but not from mother,
मातृ ऋण।
debt of mother. Because
क्योंकि माँ
mother, the way mother,
गर्भधारण से लेकर के जन्म से लेकर के
from
मृत्यु
the
तक
womb till the
हमको सेवा
death,
करने का जो चिंतन
how the
करती है,
mother is
इसी
serving the
से
child, no one can do.
बोलो वृंदावन बिहारी
Lal
लाल
ki jai.
है? तो बेटा कहने लगे, भैया मैं संत महात्मा की ये वचन के ऊपर थोड़ा मेरा डाउट हो गया, संदेह
So
हो गया।
then
ये मातृ ऋण
the
से
son
मुक्ति नहीं हो
said,
सकते, क्योंकि माँ की सेवा करेंगे।
I have doubt in this statement
मैं सेवा
that
से ही तो मैं ऋण
we
मुक्त
can
हो
never
जाता
be
है।
free from mother's debt. So
नहीं, ये शब्द
how is
है,
that possible?
इससे आप इससे थोड़ा
I
सा
doubt
कुछ
it.
ज्ञान उसको देना पड़ता है,
हाँ, I
जन्म
doubt.
जन्म देना पड़ता है।
So
समझ में आ रही है?
please explain to me.
ये मत सोचिए
हाँ,
जी मैं उनसे ले लिया बस चला गया, ऐसे नहीं है।
so
किसी न किसी जन्म में
so
इसको
in anything we take from someone,
देना
we
ही
have
पड़ेगा
to
भाई।
pay back
किसी न किसी प्रकार
in
से
some lifetime.
है।
We have to pay
कुत्ते
back.
होकर तुम्हें जन्म लेना,
There is nothing free.
गाय होकर के भैंस होकर के जन्म लेना
So
पड़ेगा, उसके लिए
you
कहाँ जाओगे तुम?
you have to take birth in such a way so that you have to pay what you have taken from other people. It's nothing is
किसी
free.
से हम कुछ ले लिया,
If we take anything from anyone, we have to pay
हमें
back
किसी न किसी जन्म में उसको क्या
in
करना पड़ेगा?
any life. Maybe not in this life, but in some lifetime, you have to pay. If you take money, if your son takes money, then he has to pay.
और बेटा होके क्या
And then
सारे उसको पैसा को ले लेंगे और लोग
so this is like
हो जाए खत्म हो जाएगा ना वो बेटा चला जाएगा बोले वृंदावन की
we have to pay back.
किसी न किसी प्रकार से
So
आपके
in somehow, anyhow, we have to pay back.
तो वो लड़का कहने लगे
So that boy was telling his
भैया
mother,
आप बताओ
how can I be debt free from your debt? So the way you have served me, how can I be free from your debt? Then mother started laughing. So in our scriptures it is written that if to pay off the debt, to pay off the debt of one mother, you have to take 7 births. So in 7 births you have 7 more mothers. So it's like every birth you are multiplying by 7. 7 more times. So how can you pay? How can you? 7 times multiplying every birth. So nobody can pay mother's debt. So then the son said, okay, I want to serve you. Then mother said, okay, you serve me one night only one night. So I have served you for my whole life, you just serve me one night. One night, okay. Okay, son said, okay, I will do. What should I do? Then she said, okay, just sleep close to me. And mother was old, 80 years, 90 years old. So mother said at midnight, so my son, please bring some warm water for me. So the son woke up. He said, oh my son, please bring some warm water for me. And he woke up. He turned the stove on. Yeah. Yes. So at that time there was no stove like this. You turn the button on but there was something you have to physically burn it. So he made the warm water and he brought for his mother. So after a while, then mother said, oh beta, oh son, I have to go to restroom. Please hold my hand. And then he woke up. He said, okay. And then so it was like 2 a.m. And then mother said, please bring some water for me. Mother said. Then beta brought water again. So mother was testing him. So by her hand, she shook her hand and the water fell on the bed that he was sleeping. And then the son said, oh, he got angry. And he said, you made my old bed my wet. How can I sleep now? So the mother said, oh, so for one night serving me, you are getting angry. You are getting angry. But how many nights and days I have, you have made my so many nights and days I was sleeping with your urine passing and with your toilet, and I used to sleep on that wet, and I always kept you on my lap, on my chest. And in this cold, when you were a small baby, I kept you on my all night long. Many nights and days I used to keep you in my lap, on my chest, and never slept. So on my breast, so that you will not be cold. You will not feel cold. And here you, for one night, you get angry because the water fell on your bed.
बात ये सच है कि नहीं?
It's true.
है? जो माँ है ना वो समझती है, जो माँ नहीं बनी ना वो कहते हैं ये क्या बात है?
So the only who is mother can understand this bhav. So then she said, okay, my son, yeah, try to understand, try to. So the love of mother, no one can compare. No one can compare. So anytime child wakes up, when mother is ready to take care of. So Pita, father, it's happening to him. So this is truth. So when a child is born, the husband wife wants to sleep. Okay, I sleep separately, you sleep, because child is always waking up and disturbing. Harmonium chala. He's saying the child is crying like a harmonium. So sometimes child cries very loudly. Yeah, that she's right there. So to raise a child, it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time. It's not easy. And then even after a child is grown, my parents always worry about them, always thinking about them, always trying to take care. So in this world, there is no one like mother. Even though father is also important, but mother is more works hard, more. But so father is also important, but when we compare, then there is nothing like mother. No one like mother. So when mother carries the baby in the womb, it's very, 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 very painful. Very, very painful. Kapil Dev. Yeah. So in the womb, how a child is growing and how painful it is, it's described in Srimad Bhagavatam in the story of Kapil Bhagwan and Devhuti, his mother Devhuti. So the only way we can be debt free if we take the shelter of Lord Mukunda, Shri Krishna. This is the essence of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is saying, speaking this verse to Arjun. So take the shelter of Krishna. You don't have to give up anything. You don't have to give up your parents. You don't have to give up your house, your family. But you just have to add. You have to add something. So just connect yourself with the Lord. This is what you have to do. There is nothing else you have to do. By chanting, Mahaprabhuji has given a very easy way how to connect with the Lord. So you stay wherever you are. You live in the house. So stay with your family and serve your parents, your brothers, but at the same time also serve Thakurji. Yes. So there are two things for household devotees. Vaishnav Seva and Harinam Sankirtan. These are the only two things we have to Sankirtan. So stay home and do your duties, do your business, earn the money and use the money for Vaishnav Seva. Nothing will go with us, not even a penny will go with us. So use that money for the service of Vaishnavas and Thakurji. And think all the members of the family are the servants of Krishna. So everyone belongs to Prabhu, God, Krishna. So in this temple, everyone is serving Thakurji. Earn the money, do your work, make money, but use the money to serve Thakurji and Vaishnavas. In serving Guru and Vaishnavas. Sadhu does not mean the people who are renounced and wearing saffron clothes, but sadhu and the family members are not sadhu. But no, they're not. That's not true. Anyone can be sadhu who is doing bhajan. Anyone can be sadhu, whether they are living in family life or renounced life. Who does bhajan is sadhu. Who does not do bhajan is not sadhu. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada gives one example. There was a person, he brought a kathal, kathal vegetable. So he brought a kathal, jackfruit, big one. No. So kathal, when it's ripened, it's very tasty. There are two types of kathal. There is one hard and one soft. The one is very soft and sweet. And then another type is very hard. Yesterday, you said you brought the katal in your house. There is katal. Yeah, that's what he's saying. It was very tasty. He says, very soft and sweet.
और खाने लगे, मैं तो ज्यादा नहीं खाता हूँ, एक मैंने खाया था, कच 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 खाजा कटहल खाते हैं। हम बंगाली में
Maharaj
पता है,
is so funny.
देखो हंस रहे हैं, you ate or not?
Yeah, it was delicious.
कच 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 कच। अभी ब्राजील में ना, ब्राजील में तो जहाँ
Yeah, there are so many kathals in Brazil, jackfruits.
रास्ते में जो हाई रोड के बीच में जो ऐसे होते हैं, लाइन होते हैं,
हाँ जी।
उसमें भी कटहल इतने बड़े बड़े कटहल हैं, कोई खाता ही नहीं।
No one eats there.
उधर अपने आप हो जाता है।
They are like in forest type, but no one goes there.
वहीं पर आप विजिट में जाओ,
Yeah,
कई कई जगह में जैसे,
they're big kathals. Yes, I have seen.
अच्छा चलो कटहल की बात सुना दी, तो समय हो गया ना, आनंद आएगा आपकी कथा। तो ये अभी जेठ महीने हैं,
So it's a summer.
और अभी जो है
It's a summer month,
रथ यात्रा होता है।
and then there is a Rath Yatra in summer.
15 दिन बाद
Rath Yatra.
चलो, ये हमारे भक्ति प्रभुपाद की कथा है, हमारी कथा नहीं है।
So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada,
व्यक्ति क्या किया, बाजार में गए, बाजार में गए,
a person went to a market and he brought a big jackfruit.
आप विश्वास करो नहीं करो,
Sometimes one jackfruit is 25 kilos to 30 kilos,
आज समझे,
like a watermelon.
तो 7 किलो तो होता ही रहता है, तो सारी है, तो बड़ा ही खरीद कटहल जो है खरीद करके लाए,
So he bought a big jackfruit and he brought,
सुगंध आ रही,
and it was very fragrant, very sweet.
करके आए,
So he came and he gave to his wife,
बोले देखो ये
and he told his wife, see this kathal jackfruit is very big,
तो हम लोग तो 3 आदमी हैं,
and we are 3 people. We are 2.5 people,
2.5 आदमी समझते कि नहीं,
and but
कितने छोटा बच्चा है,
chota bacha. So we are 2.5,
तो कितने हो गए,
2.5.
3 आदमी, अच्छा चलो 3 आदमी, हम तो कहते हैं 2.5 आदमी का है, क्यों, छोटा बच्चा है, किसको आधा मान लिया, तो पति कहने लगे देखो जितने बड़े
So the husband said, how can we eat such a big kathal, big jackfruit? We are only 2.5 people. So there is a temple close by, and so we can give.
इस कटहल को कम से कम आधा जो है,
So half of the jackfruit we can give to a temple, because there are saintly people, sadhus are living there.
साधु सेवा करेंगे,
So we will do sadhu seva. And then wife said,
मैं वैष्णव तू वैष्णव,
"Miss, you are Vaishnav, I am Vaishnav."
आर वैष्णव खरे, उनके बेटा के नाम
And this Hare,
हरि,
Hari, and our son is also Vaishnav.
तू वैष्णव,
You are Vaishnav, I am Vaishnav, and your son, our son is also Vaishnav.
हूँ, मैं वैष्णवी हूँ, और आप वैष्णव,
Vaishnav,
और हमारे घर में और एक वैष्णव कौन है,
our son.
हरे माने उनके छोटा बच्चे के नाम है हरे, तीन वैष्णव रहते, कटहल खावे बोले नहीं जाओगे, बोले दूसरे के देने की क्या,
So why do we need to give jackfruit to other? We all 3 are sadhus.
शास्त्र में लिखा गया ना,
हाँ.
बोले वैष्णव सेवा करो,
Vaishnav seva, we are doing, if we are eating, we are doing Vaishnav seva.
तो दूसरे साधु के खिलाने की क्या जरूरत
There is no need of giving to other sadhus.
है, संत महात्मा की सेवा करो, सब
We should always serve sadhus,
हर के वैष्णव की सेवा करो,
Vaishnavas.
और
And you serve at home also, but also serve sadhus, other sadhus also.
छोटी सी कहानी के द्वारा
So, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada is teaching us that we should,
वैष्णव कौन है, हाथ उठाइए तो, हैं? बोले शब्द जी मांगते ही वैष्णव,
so every living entity is Vaishnava.
सभी हम तो ठाकुर जी के भगवान के सेवक है,
Everyone is servant of Krishna.
के सेवक के कहा जाता है, वैष्णव कहा जाता है,
The servants of Vishnu are called Vaishnavas.
तो वैष्णव है,
So everyone is Vaishnava.
सेवा करो,
So serve everyone.
गृहीतो विष्णु दीक्षा को विष्णु पूजा करो नरः, जो विष्णु सेवा आदि करते हैं उसके वैष्णव,
So
जो विष्णु मंत्र में
who
दीक्षित
is
होते हैं,
serving Lord Vishnu and they are initiated by Vishnu mantra, they are called Vaishnavas.
कोई है आप बताओ, आप मानते
So
हैं दूसरी बात,
we believe in it, we don't, but everyone is servant of Chaitanya,
समझ में नहीं
Lord Chaitanya.
क्यों माने अथवा नहीं माने
Whether we believe it or not, everyone is servant of Vishnu. Jivare Swarup hai Krishner Nitya Das. Every living entity,
माने अथवा नहीं माने
whether we accept it or not, but it is true.
समझ में आ रही तो जब भगवान के हम दास है तो
So when we are servant of Vishnu, that means we are
वैष्णव कौन है विष्णु के दास है
we are servant of
सब
Vishnu.
वैष्णव है कि नहीं आप बताइए
So in this way, everyone is Vaishnava.
accept or not all you are
All the living entities are Vaishnavas.
इसलिए वैष्णव सेवा करना चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए
So Vaishnava Seva.
इसलिए वैष्णव सेवा इसलिए महाप्रभु ने कहा प्रभु को ये वैष्णव सेवन नाम संकीर्तन
So Prabhu Mahaprabhu ji said, do two things, Vaishnava Seva and Naam Sankirtan.
भैया चैन वही बहन प्रभु जो तो दास
Das
सवार चरण बंदो दंत
Kari Ghas.
अरे आज वैष्णव ने कल तो वैष्णव बन जाएंगे
So maybe today they are not Vaishnavas, tomorrow they will be
है
Vaishnava.
कि नहीं
So
अच्छा आप
because
दीक्षा लेने के पहले आप क्या करते थे और कुछ करते थे सर क्योंकि जब गुरु से जब दीक्षा ले आप वैष्णव हो गए नहीं
so before initiation we used to do different things, but after taking initiation we are doing different things.
कुछ करते थे कुछ नहीं करते थे
So now in this way, slowly everyone will become Vaishnava.
कालिदास कुछ भी नहीं करते थे कुछ नहीं था तो अभी क्या हो गया है अभी वैष्णव दास गुरुदास है अभी तो करते हैं ना नहीं करते तिलक कैसे लगाए है गला कंठी माला कैसे
So after initiation everyone becomes Guru Das, Vaishnava Das.
ऑनेस्टली हाँ अभी वैष्णव तो है कि नहीं आप बताओ वैष्णव इसे सब करें और जो नहीं अभी बने वो एक दिन बनेंगे
And who are not now, one day they will become Vaishnavas.
सवार चरण बंदो
Dante Kari Ghas.
इससे महत्व शब्द क्या हो सकता है राधा गोविंद मठ में आने के पहले लोग और कुछ करते थे हैं किंतु देखो गुरुदेव के चरण आश्रय लिए हो गया क्या हो गया गुरुदास बन गए कि नहीं आप
So after taking the shelter
आप
of
बता गुरुदास है कि नहीं कम से कम
bona fide spiritual master, everyone becomes Guru Das and Vaishnav Das, Bhagavad Das, Govinda Das.
कितना सुंदर इसलिए सभी के प्रणाम करें
So we should offer our pranam to everyone and we should serve everyone.
लोग बैठे हैं मैं समझा कितने सेवा किया है ये प्रभु जी हमारे है इनके परिवार सबके सेवा की न्यूजीलैंड तक पहुंचे गुरुदेव भी गए इनके घर है न्यूजीलैंड गए कि नहीं आपके घर में जिस घर में आप गए थे हैं देखो हाँ इनके घर में भी रहता था है क्या है प्रभु जी के घर में है कितने सेवा किया
So,
मैंने इनके घर में रहा
One Maharaj is saying that he is talking about all the devotees, that how they are serving, different people. So he knows about everyone.
ये प्रभु जी है इनके घर में भी रहा
Yeah.
है और ये हमारे क्या बोले विमला दीदी के बाद तो और भी क्या बताए है सिकता बनाया सब उज्जैन में ऐसे घर नहीं है जिस घर में मैं नहीं रहा और जिस घर में मैं नहीं भोजन नहीं किया
So he said in Houston there is no home that he did not go and he did not have prasad. Even at that time there was no mutt. We didn't have this temple, but he used to go to different homes and stay there. So he's glorifying all of the devotees of Houston.
और फिर इसके जैसे भी हो इसको लिया गया फिर धीरे-धीरे फिर मंदिर बना फिर गुरुदेव की बहुत इच्छा थी
And Gurudev had this desire, heartfelt desire.
और वो तो बाद में है जो इंस्टीट्यूशन के पहले यहाँ पर भागवत सप्ताह किया
Yeah, before Thakurji came, Maharaji did the first katha for 7 days. Yeah, I remember. We had just this hall,
महिमा क्या हुआ?
and he spoke 7 days.
वो हमारे वो कहाँ, वो तो आई नहीं है, लक्ष्मी कहाँ गई? महालक्ष्मी।
Lakshmi Didi is not so well.
और जितने भी है सब,
आएंगे महाराज जी.
उनके घर में भी रहा
Yeah.
है, क्योंकि मैं 2001 से मैं अमेरिका
He's traveling from since 2001, 20 years.
छोटा था, हैं? अरे तुम्हारे घर में जहाँ जहाँ लिया तो मैं वहीं पर चला गया, वो घर से लेकर के ये घर से लेकर के जहाँ जहाँ पर
इधर रहते थे ये इस घर में.
ये सोचना छोटा था, मेरे साथ भी चलता था। आज इनके सब परिवार के, इनके घर में भी रहा,
पूनम के घर में भी.
सब घर में भोजन किया। आज देखो प्रभु जी ने इनके घर कहाँ था? नहीं, यहाँ।
So Maharaj is saying that he went to all of our home and stayed there, and he took prasad. So he knows all of us.
अभी कर रहे हैं ये वैष्णव सेवा।
So this is Vaishnav Seva.
एक वैष्णव की सेवा कर दिया, ऐसे सबको सेवा।
So it's not like you serve only one Vaishnav. You should serve all the Vaishnavas. Sankirtan.
याद आ जाता है आपके वो पुराना घर कहाँ पर? कलकत्ता में राजमीरा गुरुदेव के साथ, याद है हमारे साथ। आप लोग के देखने से मेरे सारे पूर्व इतिहास अपने आप खुल जाता है। इतिहास पढ़ना है ना, अपने आप।
So Maharaj is saying, whenever I see you, it opens the whole history book in front of me.
वो जो क्या बोले फलकाने जो है, अच्छा ये तुम्हारे वो प्रमुख प्रद्युत, हाँ, वो भी उम्र उठा करके चल, वो भी तो मिलता रहता है। हाँ, वो जब मैं उसमें गए थे जर्मनी में, फ्रांस में, अभी दुबई चले गए।
So he's talking about their son, that before when he was in France, Maharaj used to visit him, see him, and now he's in Dubai. So he's very good boy.
अरे आपकी बेटी हरिप्रिया इसके कॉलेज में हॉस्टल में रहती थी, याद है नहीं? तुम्हें पता नहीं है, वो गाती है तुम्हें, वो तो ज्यादा नहीं छोड़ती।
महाराज जी, आपने ही तो इनका शादी करवाई थी, सचिन एंड हरिप्रिया. He arranged all the marriage. ये गए थे, इन्होंने ही करवाई थी.
हॉस्टल में पढ़ रही थी। वो कहाँ था? वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया। वो उन्होंने एक प्रोग्राम किया था, और मैं क्या है, हाँ, ब्रिस्बेन में, मेरे याद है सर। मेरा पन्ना अपने आप खुल जाता है।
Maharaj, it's so nice to see you after a long time.
उनके साथ कितने साल से हमारे संबंध है।
Yeah, right.
जो हमारे संबंध
We are so much connected with him from long time, because when he used to come, when Gurudev, so eternal. Lal ki jai. We are so fortunate. Yeah, please. Yeah, make this temple your home. ब्राजील वाले कहाँ छोड़ेंगे इनको?
अरे सब वाले रहे, ये वाले है, सब ब्राजील,
ये लोग भी यही रहे।
में ऐसी भी जगह नहीं, मैं नहीं गए। आप लोग गए नहीं जो स्थान पर मैं पहुंच गए। आप लोग गए, क्या बोले, मैंने बताया अभी गया था कहाँ पर? आइसलैंड। आइसलैंड गए?
Iceland. He went to Iceland.
आइस हो जाए।
Okay.
अभी तक कोई गए नहीं। अभी तो आइसलैंड से आए।
He went to Iceland, and he came from Iceland he came to Seattle. From Seattle he came to Houston.
ठंडी, इतनी ठंडी है।
But Maharaj likes garmi.
बोलो वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय जय।
Shri Radhe
आप लोग हमें कृपा करें
Maharaj.
आप लोग की सेवा करते रहो।
Hey.
इस बात मैं किसी जन्म में कर लूंगा। आप लोगों ने गुरुदेव की सेवा की है, इसलिए मैं आप लोग की सेवा करता हूँ। हम लोग क्या करें हैं? तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे? हम लोग क्या करेंगे? आप लोग हमें आशीर्वाद देंगे।
महाराज अभी आपने बोला वैष्णव सेवा करनी है।
अरे विष्णु विष्णु प्रभु जी आए ही नहीं। विष्णु आज तक भी नहीं आया, विष्णु भी नहीं।
He's not feeling well.
He's not proud.
आना चाहते थे।
सब सेवा किया।
He wants to come.
नहीं तो विष्णु जी के घर में नहीं रहा।
He said, I have not served my Gurudev, but I want to serve you all. And then we said, Maharaj, what we will do? He said, you give me blessings so that I can serve you all. He's so humble, like, even though he is so